or liberation just have vastly different understandings of what liberation is for.
I haven't seen this much importance and attention.
The story itself is a really wonderful, really great setup.
Tractor beam has been engaged.
Fun. There we go. Hello. Oh, I didn't mute it. Anyway, let's start again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tractor Beam Comics Reviews, your one-stop shop for in-depth commentary and discussion on this week's Star Wars comics. It is Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. It's the 48th week of comics in 2025. And as you can see, I'm flying solo because apparently, and I'm going to keep this also short. Also, I'm a little under the weather, so we'll see how long we can go here. But apparently, the folks in the United States of America, they have Thanksgiving in November. That's weird. Anyway, there we go. Oh, I can bring Chris in. Never mind. If he wants to come on, he can come on. Let me send him the link here. Hold on. Now that I'm live, good grief. Let's see if I can do that on the fly like this. That's a good question. I don't even know how. Let's see. Anyway, I don't quite know how to do that. So, let's maybe there we go. Figure it out. Okay, Chris. We're coming. I should have done this just in case, sending you the link over the messenger. There we go. Okay. Anyway, until Chris can pop in and say hi. Apparently, down in those United States of America, they have Thanksgiving in November, and apparently Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So so Chris is enjoying the festivities, but we'll see when he's able to pop in, send him the link over the messenger apps, the Meta Messenger apps. But anyways, I'll dive in, get the plugs out of the way and all that. You can follow us on the Tractor Beam Comics Reviews. Follow us on Blue Sky. I'm all mixed up here. There we go. There he is. He's here. I'm just gonna sort that out. There you are. How's it going? Surprise. Yeah. As it turns out, you're here. Welcome. Happy almost Thanksgiving.
I couldn't let you do it by yourself.
There we go. Man, I was like, I'd only go 45 minutes from my couch. There we go. All right. Well, seeing as you're happy early Thanksgiving to you almost. Yeah. That's Chris. I'm Matthew, coming to you from Underworld North Studios in Toronto. Chris, how you doing this week?
I'm doing great. Yeah. I'm ready to talk about a pretty awesome Boba Fett comic that I sent you a couple messages about. And the alternative events, I'm able to make it tonight. So
there we go. I thought I was gonna go solo, but here we go. So we're definitely gonna dive into that. Let's get my reset here, get the plugs out of the way. Again, you can follow us on Blue Sky at the Tractor Beam. That's the tractorbeam.biscuit.social. Search Tractor Beam Comics Reviews. And for Instagram, Twitter, etc., check out the flagship, the SWU. We'll work to get Marvel solicits and everything up there as well. And for everything, Chris is here, but everything Chris is up to, check out Star Raptor. That's STRRAPTER. That's on youtube.com/StarRaptor and Twitter at Star Raptor. Also, if Spotify and Apple and audio are more your speed, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So check that out. I think we're definitely on YouTube Podcasts right now, but after I record, we'll throw this up to Spotify and Apple, and be everywhere. I guess everywhere else you get your audio podcasts. So do check that out again. Tractor Beam Comics Reviews, or it's the Tractor Beam Star Wars Comics Reviews is how we do it there. Last but not least, we're proudly part of the Star Wars Underworld Podcast Network. And here on the Underworld YouTube channel, we got super chats, we've got YouTube memberships. So if you chat with us normally, we'll get to the comment as Chris saw right there. Get your comment. But if you super chat us, I will interrupt whatever we're doing and get to your comment whether it's on topic or not, unless you're a bot. If you're a bot super chatting us, that's a problem. But if you're a real human being super chatting us, we're grateful for any support you can provide to the channel and the network. Last but not least, the Discord server. Down in the description below, you can find a link to our Discord server, the Star Wars Underworld Discord server, where we're chatting about Star Wars, talking about movie news, and the Mandalorian Grogu trailer blowing up on the internet, all that fun stuff. I believe there's also been some D&D nights and some game nights. So yeah, pop on there and ask any questions you want. Ask Joel what his favorite ice cream flavor is. Ask Ben how his voyages are wherever he's off to today.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check that out. We got a comment here already. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm kind of under the weather, but welcome to the Tractor Room Comics Reviews. Chris, you're good, but celebrate Thanksgiving. I know, getting to the turkey, but we're here. We're alive. We're going for it, and we're talking Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red #3, written by Ethan Sachs, art by Juan Jose Rip, and letters by VC's Joe Caramagna, cover by EM Gist. Yes, Ethan Sachs, friend of the pod. I think you can call him friend of the pod. Definitely one of our,
at this point.
Fett is out for revenge against the one bounty that's eluded him. A dangerous figure from the bounty hunter's past is back. And what is the connection to the mysterious Bomarr Monks? Featuring a no-holds-bar battle against a deadly Jaspur, or however you pronounce that. Again, these Black, Red, and Red books, knocking it out of the park. Boba Fett. First I'll go to the style. That's always... sorry, I'm definitely congested here, so we'll kind of move through this as quick as we can here. But,
That's okay.
Yeah. Juan Jose Rip, art and color, but there's only one color. It's a splash of red, but there's also gray and black and whatnot, but his use of it, again, it's different from the Vader and Maul ones. It's more about a vibe and a feel of, kind of being hot-blooded and the splashes of blood and then the fire. And it's a lot more organic in style, which gets said, I think, kind of the way Boba Fett's fighting style is very quick and very agile and very mobile and all these other synonyms. So that really was, again, another really fascinating look, literally visually. The thing there's two things that really, in terms of the story and the kind of the world building, really stood out to me. First of all, I got to talk about the concept of the Bomarr Monks. So first of all, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but canon hasn't done anything with Bomarr Monks at all. We don't know anything about them.
We got Tales from Vader's Castle.
Yeah,
I think we had an issue about they're all kept in this place in Jabba's palace, all the brains and whatnot, somewhere there. Because Jabba's palace used to be like a Bomarr monk.
It was crawling around there. That's right. Yeah, that's right. But otherwise, we don't have much of them at all. And so here we not really get Bomarr Monks. We get this heretical sect of them who turns out there are these criminals who are all, I'm going to ascend and escape any kind of punishment or judgment. I'm just going to hang out in my brain for all eternity, just the way the Bomarr Monks do. But, that they're going to try and escape justice. And here we see Boba Fett. This is the second thing that really stood out to me is, we keep on wondering what is motivating this character through, just through all the stories we get of him, lots of legend stories. He's just, a simple man trying to make his way in the galaxy, or he's got a score to settle, or he's just got a bounty to fill. Right. Yeah. Here, I think, Ethan getting these flashbacks into Clone Wars, maybe just after the Clone Wars, maybe kind of around there, shortly after, while his father's death is still fresh. You have this character, is Vondar, I think his name, taunting him, saying, "Your father would be ashamed of you. You'd be disappointed in you." Kind of this Drydak, and that auditory cue of the Drydak. That's how he knows that in that main droid there is this Vondar character that he's trying to get revenge. And obviously he's not out for revenge for the actual bounty that went dormant a long time ago. I think he's out for revenge because this character looked down on him, didn't expect anything of him, and especially compared him to his father. And so I think what Boba Fett is now driven by this is looking behind the curtain of what motivates this character is first of all, his own reputation, which isn't so much of a motivation anymore, because we see he shows up and one of the people there's like, oh no, it's Boba Fett, we gotta go, he's gonna kill us all. But also his reputation in comparison to his father's. He wants to make the memory of his father proud, his sense that his father would be proud, and anyone who maybe doubts that doesn't know what's coming for them. Really, again, this book went deep again. Exciting. The lore with these monks, this whole idea. I want to see this concept explored more. About these kind of these different mystical beliefs that may or may not have to do with the Force at all. I don't think this one really does, but this belief in this afterlife, that you can just live in this bodiless existence and eluding crime and eluding consequences. But I love how it turns out for someone, if those consequences involve getting on Boba Fett's bad side because you didn't believe he'd turn up anything and compared him to his father and all that, you're not going to escape those consequences. You are going to face them. So again, really digging in, Ethan really doing what he does best, I think, in Star Wars overall, of digging into these bounty hunter underworld characters and what really drives them, what really motivates them. And want to keep on giving this guy work, not just because he's a friend of the pod, but because he does a great job with the stories that he's taking on done as well. I know he can branch out. Of course, whenever that Poe Dameron number 4 comes out, Cobra number 4 comes out, we'll say that he can branch out, but definitely clearly in his wheelhouse with this comic book. So that's what I've got. Again, I'm kind of congested, so I don't want to take up too much time. We also got to talk about Marvel solicits, February solicits. But what are your thoughts on Boba Fett Black, White, and Red number 3?
Oh, this is a comic book, Matthew. This is a straight up Star Wars action comic book. I mean, I love these opening sequences of these comics that we've been getting for the Black, White, and Red. It's like, the fear of the Boba Fett coming for him, and it's like they're like, shut that blast door, breaks open, Boba Fett's silhouette is there. It's like, we're here, this is great. And something that stood out for me really on this one with Ethan Sachs and the team here is like they really showcased off Boba Fett's gadgets and whatnot, whether it be the knee rockets or the whistling bird type of things, or his blasters, or just his martial combat with melee moves and the jetpack, like the whipcord. It literally, I think every possible gadget he has, he was able to use at his disposal in some degree in this comic book, which is, I mean, that's why we love Boba Fett, isn't it? It's like his mystique, but it's also like all these cool weapons that he has. So I think right off the rip, I was like, this is really a mastering of this character that we love so much,
Yeah, I mean, even have we ever seen him get the ship and remote fly the ship to shoot down a building? Okay, we have seen that.
I think it might have been in one of the other Black, White, and Reds. Actually. Maybe. But I think that's the thing that goes back to Legends is the beck and call, as they call it. I think Lando had one on the Lady Luck in Legends, but really cool concept there. Is we talk about his gadgets, but you can't talk about Boba Fett without the Slave One. So I love the inclusion of that at that pivotal moment there.
Or whatever that chip is called.
Whatever it is anymore. Yeah. And what's really cool for me, that was a shocker, is a young Boba Fett. We have not really seen any of that. I mentioned that in my review on my channel. It's like the last time we've gotten anything with him was like two stories really at that age. It's like we got the one on the train in Clone Wars, and then there was that unfinished Clone Wars arc that got put into Dark Disciple, where there was a moment where Boba Fett was with his little gang of bounty hunters, and that's really the last we've seen of him. That's really the last we've seen of like that young Boba Fett. I'm so surprised that Lucasfilm took this long to give somebody the reins to do at least a little bit of something for the character, because ever since, the video games here, ever since 1313, that was supposed to be our young Boba Fett origin story, and we were supposed to be Boba Fett going around Coruscant or wherever else we're going, getting the pieces of armor to make the suit, and that was the story. And I'm so surprised that since that game got canceled, we haven't had that in any other ancillary form, whether it be a comic book or a novel or what have you. So I'm happy that Ethan Sachs was given the keys to the kingdom to do that. Maybe this could be like a semi backdoor pilot for him to write a young Boba Fett story, because that's really cool. And the armor design is nice, because I think that probably was like Macquarie concept art for Boba Fett at some point. But I know for fans of Star Wars Rebels out there, I thought it was Ketsu Yanu. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I thought it was her.
That's why it looks
I was
familiar.
like, oh, that's cool, because I would have been fine with that too, because we really don't have any stories about her either. Sabine Wren's bounty hunter friend that we knew worked for Black Sun there. And so I was going, oh, this is a cool character we never see anything of. But then when it was real to be Boba Fett, I was like, oh, of course it was. That makes so much sense. But getting to see him at that point, having that confidence and that brashness, but also the rookie sense of like, yeah, he got himself in a little bit too deep there with all the mercenaries. And by the way, I do love all the various amounts of aliens that were illustrated in here, whether it be the Grands or all Nikto, whatever. Like, there is so many different wonderful aliens in there, which I always love when it comes to these criminal Star Wars stories. But yeah, I mean, it's just really good stuff. Harkening back, as you mentioned, with the ties to Jango Fett. I mean, it was recently revealed in the Book of Boba Fett, or was it The Mandalorian season 2, when he's like, "Oh, my father Jango Fett, blah blah blah," and like you get to see more of that kind of with this story, where it's like, yeah, he's trying, like you were saying. That's what I was thinking about exactly too. Is like he's trying to have that pride of he wants his father to be proud. If he was looking down on him, he's bringing up the legacy. He doesn't want to squander that. And the idea of the Bomarr Monks is a whole nother thing. I think we both are on the same page with it. Whether it be the young Boba Fett or the exploration of more Bomarr Monk lore, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And seeing Boba Fett is such a comic book story. We're seeing Boba Fett fighting off of like dozens of these Bomarr Monks, and he's really like just trying to survive. It's a knuckle beat down battle where he is not really on top at some points, and without Slave One, he would be a goner. So that shows you something that's really cool that only really happens in comic books, but that's what the medium is for. So I think that the story was very effective with the double timelines, getting to the end there, going to this. Yeah, I never lose on a bounty. This is how far I'll go. But as you mentioned, I think that does make a lot of sense. Like he felt offended by this freaking guy, and he just wanted to get his revenge. So
this freaking guy,
this fracking guy.
Battlestar Galactica. There we go. I mean, it is this dire. How's he going to get out of this one? Even though, he's Boba Fett now. He's not just the pipsqueak Boba Fett. He's Boba Fett, but still, he's surrounded by these hundreds of sketchy. What I call the title, sketchy monk brains. And how do you get out of this? He has the beck and call, right? He has the ship come in. I will say, I think the armor. I'll show you. Fancy new iPad here. So here's this is also, I think this is my. This is one of my panel of the week, but I will say this armor, it is what we first see him in the Clone Wars. Let me show. This is from the Wikipedia has that there. So I think that's in Clone Wars. Or no, is it? Yeah. I don't know what's that saying there. Yeah. So that they did look familiar. Maybe Ketsu, whatever her name is, picks that up. I don't know. but yeah, so great nod. I mean, so maybe here's what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take my prequelist hat off and then I'm gonna put it back on. So watch this. So I think the reason it's taken so long is because people didn't like the whole Attack of the Clones backstory. Well, that's Boba Fett's backstory. And it's not that they didn't like the backstory itself necessarily. It's that they wanted to keep the mystery alive. And they wanted to, probably similar to Vader and Anakin and all that, right? They're like, oh, I don't want to know. It ruins his kind of quiet, silent mystique to know what's behind the curtain, like I said. And now, though, with put my prequelist hat back on. Now that the prequelists have won by just through the test of time, Attack of the Clones just being part of what we're familiar with in terms of the Star Wars story. Therefore, we're already familiar with who this character Boba Fett is. And so, yeah, you see in Book of Boba Fett, for example, you see in other places where they're leaning into his clone identity more, right? That moment where they're about to go into the Imperial and the Mandalorian. Is it the Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett? I think it's the Mandalorian. Where they're about to go into the Imperial facility.
Oh yeah.
And there's like, might look a little familiar. And obviously, and you don't need to explain it. We all know what he means, right? We know he's gonna look like a clone because he's a clone. But maybe in 2005 they would have explained it because people weren't still immediately thinking, oh, why? Oh, right. Even the last vestige of this, I think, is a bit of a tangent, I guess, but the last vestige of this was the from a certain point of view, and John Hamm in the audiobook does an incredible job narrating this story. But why doesn't he sound like Tim Morrison? Why don't you just get Tim Morrison to narrate this? Like, I know it's kind of his internal voice, internal mind, but it's like Boba Fett sounds like Tamora Morrison or Daniel Logan. Take your pick, but doesn't sound like John Hamm. Anyway, so to say, now that we're used to it, now that even with Clone Wars being as popular as it is, could they even do a series with Boba Fett, but in this younger armor? I think that's possible now. Maybe, I think it wouldn't be the best idea. I think it's probably better to do it with the new armor, but, and I think there's been there's the Clone Wars arc, how it shows how he finds his father's helmet, I think. And, so can work that in, but we're far more used to the idea, the reality of this is his backstory. And now we have someone like Ethan Sachs coming in and saying, wow, let's write a whole thing about it. I forget who wrote The Age of Republic. No, it was Jody Houser who wrote Age of Resistance.
Oh.
But no, Age of Republic. Jody Houser writing that Jango Fett story. But it's really also a Boba Fett story. If you go back and read that, it's all about the two.
It was the pair, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's them. Oh yeah, that was a good story.
It's technically Jango Fett, but Age of Republic Jango Fett, but it's all about him training Boba and what he hopes for Boba. So yeah, and that was a while ago. So yeah, we're ready, Marvel. We're ready for a young Boba Fett story written by Ethan Sachs. Please do that. That's what we want. There you go. Or Dark Horse. Either way.
Oh yeah.
Looked out. I'm back. I'm back.
I'm
here.
I'm good.
You're good. I don't know what happened with my video. It could be my VPN or not my VPN, whatever it is. Anyway, so yeah, we'll quickly. Yeah, my nostrils are starting to clog up again, as you can hear. So I'm gonna TMI on the internet talking about my sickness. Here we go. Let's dive in relatively quickly. So yeah. Marvel's February solicits did come out. We'll go through what's on them that we kind of expected, and then what's not on them, what we kind of expected. First off, just being excited here for Jar Jar #1 or the
Yeah.
one shot. That's coming out February 11th. And of course, we got Ahmed Best and Mark Guggenheim, Kieran McGowan, Laura Braga. We knew that. Got the description. I don't know if we got the description before, but here we have it here. Jar Jar faces the consequences of giving emergency powers to Chancellor Palpatine. Speaking of Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So this is great. So Jar Jar faces the consequences of it. What pivotal role does Jar Jar play in the formation of the Rebel Alliance?
What?
Darn right. That's in the solicits. That's it.
That's huge. Okay.
And it's Ahmed Best and Mark Guggenheim, and I get the feeling that this is a story Ahmed's wanted to tell for a long time. And like I said before, I think with the when this was first announced, I think in New York, right? That I think you well, I don't know if you were in the room for that. You slept in. You're never gonna hear the end of that. But yeah, that if there's anyone who wants to take a more serious look at Jar Jar Binks, it's Ahmed Best. And yeah, that whole thing that like, oh, he was such set up. He's so complicit in the Empire. Here it looks like he's grappling with that. The fact that he gives these emergency powers to Palpatine to raise this grand army of the Republic. And so we're getting a sense of what does he do? He, takes a good look into his conscience and says, I need to help a responda. Okie day, so yeah, I agree. That's huge. I mean, how do you react? What's your thought for that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that it's a one shot. I would expect it's probably almost like a double issue, probably.
I don't think so. I think it's only 32 pages. Well, I think it's 32 pages. Yeah.
Well, does that count like the ads? Because usually there are 22.
So let me check
like an issue and a half kind of size on that.
Yeah, one. It's a little longer. Let me see.
Good.
The solicits do have it. Do say that.
So I mean, I'm looking forward. Now, is Keller and Beck going to be in this as well?
I don't think so. I think he's just on the cover.
I thought I remember hearing about Keller and Beck, but
he's on the cover.
He is.
So I don't know. He's on the variant cover. But
I feel like he's in there because that'd be cool to see those two interact.
Yeah, maybe. Again, he's on a variant cover. I don't think he's on a main cover. I could dig into the solicits there too. Yeah, it says 32 pages.
I'm excited for this. Jar Jar Binks does not get a lot of love, and I think the last big canonical entry we've seen him in was maybe the Aftermath Empire's End interlude, where he was kind of played off as a joke, unfortunately, where it was like, he's just like a kid jester, and he's blah blah blah, and it's kind of sad. So hopefully this is a little bit more upbeat, and it sounds like it will, because it'll be cool to spin it so like he made a mistake of doing that with the Chancellor, but he did play a role in the formation of the rebellion, which overthrew the Empire eventually, so that could be a nice little breadcrumb there.
Yeah, again, a more serious story involving Jar Jar, because he's a more serious character, believe it or not, folks. So 32 pages. I guess so. It's the Star Wars number 10. It's also 32 pages. I don't know what that means, but that also was there. That's coming out February 18th. And here's the big news there. It's called The Final Confrontation, and the description goes into. I won't read it all, but just Luke, Han, Rin, and then a guy facing Reyna Oscur. Kind of could predict that too.
Yeah.
And then they'll tag the New Republic forces stand on the brink of war. Will the brief peace be lost forever? And the big news there, of course, the final confrontation. I don't expect to see Star Wars number 11 in the March solicits when they come in. But what do you think of this one?
Yeah, it's unfortunate we expected. I mean, I wanted to see this era of Star Wars go for a lot longer. We've been speculating. It's like Lucasfilm just wanted to pull the plug because they're just afraid of crossing streams with Mandoverse. What's happening here? I don't want to talk too much about spoilers for this issue with the description, but I think overall, looking at it, how these two issues, one of them is a one shot, so it won't continue. One of them is ending. So where does that leave us for March? That's where I'm concerned. We've never been in a situation, to my knowledge, going into a month knowing not one single comic from Marvel's. It's very odd, and they're doing these 10-issue runs, which is the more briefer, like, oh, let's make this impactful. Let's not let it run it's too long in the tooth for too long. But man, I mean, unless they're going to announce like a whole, it's going to go one of two ways. Either they're going to announce a new mini series for like 10 issues and they'll just have a single issue, or what I'm hoping is, boom, they just blow the doors off the barn house and they just say, we have 3 new concurrent ongoing series that are all starting in March, and it's going to blow our minds, and it's going to be interconnected like a whole nother era where they're playing it with multiple stories, multiple authors, and that'd be great. I don't expect that'll happen, but I'm hoping for something.
You never know. We know there will never not be Star Wars comics, right? We know the Splash Page guys shared a YouTube podcast of an artist that's now exclusive with Marvel talking about Star Wars and the things in the pipe. So yeah, we don't know, because we know Legacy of Vader's ending in January, and that's kind of the third bit of news item that on April 1st, Legacy of Vader the Legacy of Vader Volume 2 is coming out. The Reign of Kylo Ren Volume 2, and that'll collect issues 7 to 12. So that's the collected edition. Number 12 comes out in January. Number 11 comes out next week, so it comes out in December. But so that's it's true. We don't know. One thing we do know, interestingly though, is this is one show and tell I'll show. This is the connecting variant covers of the Jar Jar and Star Wars by Torrin Clark. So usually they do have a whole run of Black History Month. Wow. This is only 2 comics, so why not make it a connecting cover? And yeah, that's really cool. I mean, that's like, I'll pick these up. I'll pick these variants up. You got the gamut here. I'm trying to tell who's who so much. You got Keeve, you got Keller in there, you got a bunch of folks.
So
is that Santa Staros, I think, maybe. Yeah.
What strikes me the most on this is Lula Talasolo as the rightmost character there on that.
That's Lula. Okay.
That's the first time we're seeing her in like a more of a live action realistic rendition.
And an adult too.
As an adult. Like, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Are you sure that's Lula? Yeah.
I mean,
but she's not a Jedi anymore.
Lightsaber.
She's not a Jedi anymore. I don't know, maybe. Or maybe it's Lula before she. I don't know. And then we have.
They even got Sarah Jenda from the Jedi Survivor. And
that's Seer. That's who that is. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. I like that.
Cool.
The costume looks sick too, like that.
So
that's cool. I might have to pick this up as well.
So this will be both the Jar Jar one shot and the Star Wars number 10.
Oh, okay.
Is what this will be. So these are the connecting variants. I'm a sucker for connecting variants, but especially to celebrate Black History Month. And it makes me think, I'm glad Ahmed Best is getting his character in there. He's Killer and Bex on this cover and the variant. But yeah, Ahmed, he's an icon. Star Wars, full stop. I'd like to think, wonder if he thinks he's a Black icon in Star Wars and in pop culture. And some of the it's probably true. Some of the hate that he got in 1999 was because of racism, and to see now he's being celebrated in a book coming out in Black History Month. So yeah, happy to see that, and happy to see this these connecting variants there. And then I mentioned I mentioned number 12 of Legacy of Vader. Well, at least the my brain. The collected edition, volume 2. So if you guys want the collected editions, that's when these come out in April 1st. But yeah, nothing too earth shattering, except no new announcement. Obviously, no Afra. That's obviously done. No after his father showed up in the book in the Boba Fett.
Oh, we forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
That was a
that's right.
cool little cameo.
Yeah, that was neat. But
Of all people, he would be the one to know about the religious cult of the Bomarr
Yes.
Monks. You know,
There we
we
go.
know that from the lore. We know that like his thing is like the old Force ways, the old Jedi ways, and
Mhm.
all that crazy stuff. And I think he was
Yeah.
like really featured in that first volume
Yeah.
of Doctor F for quite a bit. Didn't even see him at all, or even hear his name mentioned in the last one, but
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. And I think, you know, he kind of looms in the background of Chelly's character a lot too. Just, you know, where she comes from, you know, how like the heart that she has, I think comes from him a lot. So yeah, it was cool to see him. But he gets the arm and here's the symbol. So yeah. So anyway, that's the solicits. I'm gonna go drink some tea and take it easy. But yeah, Chris, thanks for popping in. I don't have any last thoughts on the solicits or anything else.
No, just everybody in the United States, have a
Yeah.
happy and safe Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with their friends and family as it should be. And well, I guess for now, for sure, I'll see you all in 2 weeks,
Yes.
not 3 weeks.
Right. So yeah. So next week, Legacy Vader number 11 comes out in December. It's December 3rd. I got tickets to a musical. I won tickets, so I'm gonna go to that instead. And yeah, we'll come back. Be right back at you this December 10th for the comics that come out that day and catching up and moving some things around. But that'll be a fun night. Yeah, looking forward to. I think that's the one with the cover of Kylo Ren putting on Vader's helmet.
Yep.
Which I mean, I guess it's a different helmet, or it could be a Vision. It's probably a Vision. Come to think of it, I'm looking forward to whatever that's about. I mean, I'm guessing that's what you're looking forward to too.
Yeah, that was a crazy ending, last one, where he's in that meditation chamber getting like scarred in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what is happening in his mind that's relating to his physical being? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that hooded, dark robed figure, who is that? You know, so many questions.
So yes, we will get answers, but then we'll talk about them in 2 weeks' time. So come back for that. It was Chris, bit of an abbreviated episode, but you know, that's all right. You got Thanksgiving to do. I got Steven Vader. I got Master of Evil to read. Gotta finish that one. So there we go. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. Nice little surprise. Where can they find you on the internet?
Yeah, youtube.com/StarRaptor is where I put all of my comic book reviews, do my podcast that are in transmission. You can find my thoughts up to the minute on twitter.com/StarRaptor. Follow my video game logging of this year, as well as just random thoughts on Star Wars. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, you can find my personal Instagram, MNEUG1138. That's also my threads in Blue Sky. Personal Twitter, NEUG485. And this past Monday on the Iron Cannon podcast, what did we talk about? We talked about, oh man, I got cold brain fog is what's happened there. Yeah, we talked about prophecy. That's what we talked about. And kind of prediction, but also how it expresses distress in the moment and longing and change and all that. So talked about that this coming week. We're oddly enough, we're doing kind of our 2026 preview, but in a different angle, saying what are the good on ramps coming up, how to get into canon, Star Wars canon in 2026. So check that out right here on the Underworld YouTube channel. Yeah, this Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then not next Wednesday, but 2 Wednesdays from now will be the Tractor Beam Comics reviews. The next 2 Mondays from now will be a review of Master of Evil. So check that out as well. Chris, thanks for popping in. Have a happy Thanksgiving, happy American Thanksgiving, I should say. Eat enough turkey for the both of us, and see you in 2 weeks. Happy reading.